Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and today we're gonna showcase the teams for Effigy Clash. Now, as I said before, there's a lot of teams for free-to-play and for whales or spenders that they can use, especially if you have Flame Chun, that will allow you to enable the team of Fire Adon with Rich Honda and Sweet Poison, and you will deal the most damage. Now, there's a cheeky way that you can use, and I used it at the start, and then I developed different timing for teams, so I will show you that so you can understand what we're going through. And again, for the Effigy bossing, for the upgrading, Halidom E is for you to deal more damage on the Effigy boss right now. The Halidom P is the one for, I think, is it for the PvP one? Yeah, this is the PvP exclusive one for you to go and deal more damages, especially in PvP and in Showdown. I think it helps. Somebody showed me the stats that the people were losing before on normal days, and on days that they upgrade this better than other guilds, they are winning their fights. And the last one is the Halidom S. It means the one that is the Effigy for the other guild that you're fighting. When you fight 1v1 as a guild versus guild, the more that you upgrade this, the more that you can enable your team to do damage, and you can take less damage and protect it. So let's go and check our boss. So right now on my battle zone, I'm ranking in the top 10, which is really good. Actually, it doesn't matter. We have three monster players that are ranking in the top 10, maybe in the top 3, which is really good on my server. Oh, later, my friend, I'm sorry, I'm recording. So, right now, they didn't attack. Oh, Tito just did his auto attack, so he will do his normal attacks. And yeah, the teams are absolutely fantastic. Let me show you some teams so you can understand. This is the Mega Whale team that we're using, and this is the best teams or the scores that you can get with these teams. So, of course, Fire Adon, Rich Honda, and Flame Chun with Sweet Poison will give you a lot of numbers, especially when you upgrade the Halidom for this boss, which is amazing. And as you see, the numbers are almost 10 billion damage, which is huge. And the second team, we're using Overlord Bison with normal Bison and Michelangelo, because these three will not die and you will continuously deal damage. He's using Trendy Guile. Now you can use somebody else as other than Trendy Guile to buff the team, but Trendy Guile is really solid and he's good, so you can have him. I think Athlete Chun-Li would be nice here. Anybody that could buff with the C1, Wrestling Hugo, anyone, literally anyone that would give you some buffs, maybe a little bit of heals. You don't need heals on this team because they will not regenerate health, and Michelangelo would not die. Actually, as you see, Michelangelo, unbelievable tank, replaceable by Nero. If you have Nero also survives a lot here, or Suit Able if you want to. Now the other team is the Turtle teams. Now of course you can use Michelangelo here, or you can use Suit Able. He's using Suit Able because he will heal the teams when he uses any of his skills, his C1 or his C2. And as you see, Leonardo is dealing the most amount of damage. Again, Tiamanti is one of the top teams in the game. And lastly, Visconti Vega with the Goken buff. Of course, he's using Trend Ryu. If you have Athlete Chun-Li, that works as well. And Summer Elena, and this is the team that we're seeing. It's Visconti Vega and Goken. They are the main consistent units on this lineup, and any trigger character, especially if it's Summer Elena, because she heals Visconti Vega when he drops on HP. Absolutely fantastic. Now, make sure to use the EX move of Gormagala Ken. It will remove the shield of the boss immediately. And if you want to use the charm also, the Toxic Love EX move will remove the shields immediately. I'm using the Toxic Love. I don't have the Gormagala one. If I have it, I would get it. Now, this is the Whale team. Let's talk about free-to-play teams. Islam Santos is using one, but I will talk about my team, and I will show you a different team that also can help. Now, I'm using Rose. You can use somebody else. You can use Guy for the C2. You can use Guy, Yakuza Guy, or Strongest Guy. I forgot what his name is. The new guy from Electric, he would help in this scenario. Rose will help because she will allow you to recover your HP again, which will give you massive numbers. This is the most consistent team, and as you see, I'm using the Virgil EX move in the end of the fight so I can keep somebody surviving, so I can burn the boss even more. And this is how we got the almost 2 billion damage on this boss as free to play. All buffing units, I did EX moves. I didn't use the Kami and Vega EX move. I'll show you where I used it for more value numbers. Of course, I'm using Visconti Vega. I don't have Goken, so I'm using Suit Able. Suit Able is allowing me to survive the entire fight. I'm using Elena for healing as well. If I had Athlete Chun-Li built, I would use Athlete Chun-Li, not Elena actually, and I would depend on the healing on EX. As you see, all my EX moves are healing, and I have the drones, so it will help me a little bit remove from the shields of the boss, plus give me more combo meter so I can go on and on. And the rotation is Visconti Vega, Elena, Suitable, then Visconti Vega. Gormagala is just there to deal damage and buff my team. If I have a built Evil Ryu, if you have Evil Ryu built, use him instead of Gormagala. He will work fine, great. Even Raphael will work fine if you have him built. Or if you want somebody else, Baddest Jury also will deal a lot of incentive, a lot of damage actually, and triggers will be affected by that. Now, my other team, which is super free to play friendly, it's the Dawson team with Fashion Blanca, Bison, and Summer Yang. The all rotation is I use the EX move of Kami and Vega. So I start my rotation with Fashion Blanca at the start, use the C1 of Dalsim, C2 of Summer Yang, C3 of Bison. Then I click the Kami and Vega EX move. I start with Dalsim and slowly ramp up the combo meter. I'll be showing you in the replay. And then use the C1 of Fashion Blanca, C2 of Summer Yang, then C3 of Dalsim. And in the end, I also buff again one more time, starting with Fashion Blanca, then C1 of Dalsim, C2 of Summer Yang, C3 of Bison, and my rotation after that is going ham on the boss with Dalsim, Summer Yang, Fashion Blanca, then Dalsim. So Summer Yang will give us shields and heals so we can survive even more. I'm using the Ninja Turtles EX move so I can keep everybody alive. I didn't use it on that run perfectly, I used it by the end, so my Bison would explode, my Summer Yang will die next after my Bison is dead, so I can explode in the end and deal more damage. Technical usage, you can use it however you want. Still, because I have Akuma built, if I had Oni, I would replace him by Oni. If I had any other character, I have Viper. Viper is not dealing the most damage for me. I still want to find a lineup that doesn't depend on Chun-Li, doesn't depend on anybody else, only buffing her and for her to deal more damage. This boss is a little bit annoying with the shields. This is why her damages are not going consistently, because you need to remove the shield. And who other than Kami or Chun-Li are good versus this boss, because they do a lot of damage, because they do a lot of attacks. 10 hits of attacks with her C3 Chun-Li, and she would remove half of the shield that the boss have. Absolutely crazy. Summer Elena jumps into the fight, also hits the boss twice, so it removes a little bit of shields. Dan with his C1 removes a little bit of shields, and Akuma hits a lot with his super and his C2. So my rotation is Akuma, Psycho Dan, Akuma, then Chun-Li, and that's how it goes. Now, of course, I'm using the Tanuki Whirl because it adds a little bit of armor break, so my Chun-Li will deal even more damage. I'm using the EX move of Rich Honda, and it's super important because it lowers the damage reduction of the boss, so it allows me to deal even more damage, and a little bit of healing and shielding because it's absolutely fantastic, the Crazy Potato. I talked about it a lot. It's just like Virgil EX, but it's not consistent with saving you, but it might save you, and it did save me in this fight. I'll be showing you how it went. Now, before I start this fight, I just want to show you a simple team that will never die. You will never die. You will never take damage at all, which is disabling the passives, as always, as I said in every single video, with our man Zangief. If you use Zangief on your lineup and you don't even have to use Witch Jury anymore, you can use whatever unit you want. So let's say I use Mayor Cody to buff the damages of my Fire Aeon, and that's it. Even the shields, you're gonna remove them by the Fire Carpet that or the Firewall that does Fire Aeon beneath the boss, so you would not have even any danger. So I'll show you how this goes, and I'll show you that I don't even need the EX move of Kami, the Virgil EX move. You can drop any EX move that you need to buff even some more damages. If you're free to play and you don't have the Virgil EX move, you don't have accessibility to Rose, and you're still on a new account and you want to use this team and you don't have Lane Chun, just go for this team. This team is super safe and it will give you a good relative high score. So let's go and check it out. So I'm gonna go and do ×4 just to show you the scores, and we're gonna see the numbers on the bar up there before the fight end. I will try to pause it, and of course have fast chant on somebody. So I have it on my Street Poison. So Street Poison will give me the buff even if she's in tag position. She'll give me the speed buff, but she will not gain the passives of the fast chant. That's it. So we wait until the bar is completely full, and then I go and I start immediately with Rich Honda, Summer, Street Poison, and Zangief, then Fire Aeon, and I'll use the EX move here. And as you see, I'll take 0 damage from anything, and we can go ham and ham and ham and ham. Here we go. Yeah, I'm a little bit slow doing that right now because I'm recording and I'm talking and I'm not focusing 100%. But as you see, we will not take any kind of damages. As you see, the boss is dropping everything and we don't take damage. This is how good it is. And of course, we use more EX moves offensively and we deal even more damage. And as you see, so my best run was 1.8 billion damage, which is absolutely fantastic. And now I'm already there. I'm almost there with the damages, 1.6 as you saw, which is really good and crazy. So I'm gonna just do that and skip everything just to show you how the run went. So this is not my best score, of course, and here we go. If we're gonna go and check, where is it? It's somewhere here. Oh, don't tell me I can't see the last. Okay, we can't see them. Okay, we can't see the previous one. I thought I can see the previous one. Anyway, you saw it. It's 1.66. It means almost 1.7 billion. And my highest number is so far 1.86. So yes, with Rose you deal a little bit more damage. With Zangief, with his 6 out of 6 cars, you negate all the passives of the boss. It means never taking any damage from him. Plus, if you cast any EX move, he will not do his attack because one of his skills, if you use an EX move, he will drag you to him and deal soul damage to you, and it doesn't matter. Also, we have negation of soul damage a little bit by 25% on the lineup and 75% for Zangief with his passives. So absolutely unbelievable. So let's go and check the replays for the normal the fights that I did. So with Rose, I'll be showing you that and how I used my EX move to keep my Adon alive, and yes, we can do better than that. So we wait a little bit until we have a full complete bar of 3 bars of combo meter. So we're gonna go and have 3 now, and we go on top of that to actually get it to the 4th, and then I start. So here we go. We start with Honda, Street Poison, Rose, then Fire Adon, and we rinse and repeat. I will show you that I missed one of the hits. I think I missed it. I didn't click the C2 or something like that, or we did. So going back to back. I'm using the fire also because it will buff my team. And here we go, the EX move, because I knew that Poison would die or somebody would die, and they died in the end. But Adon was healing, which was good actually for the last seconds. So it gave us the highest numbers. That was the run for that, which is really good. The Akuma EX move is absolutely fantastic because it will permanently give us an attack buff. Now Visconti Vega team, again, the same team and lineup. It doesn't matter what you use or however you use. If you have Goken, it would be absolutely fantastic because you're gonna survive a lot. You need only hard hitters or multi-hitters to hit the boss and remove the shield with you. I would highly recommend using somebody with the C2 like Guy. Guy would help you a lot here, and you need 1 healer on the team, and that's it. And use Evil Ryu if you have him, not Gormagalaken. And as you see, I started with Visconti Vega, Summer Elena, or Elena heals, and I use Abel C2, then I use Vega C3, and it goes on and on until the end of the battle. So 30 seconds here, we're gonna watch it, and the boss puts the shield. Even that, we bypass immunities, but not the immunities of the shield of this boss, so we need to destroy that. This is RNG a little bit with Abel. Suit Abel, if he procs his trigger, his passive, he will do tornadoes, and the tornado will remove the shield and help you a lot. As you see, we dropped a little bit on HP with Visconti Vega. He healed back again with his skills, and then Elena healed him a little bit more. And I used the EX move because I have it by the end and it wouldn't kill me, and I tried to hit with Visconti Vega again. Hopefully this one registered or something like that, which is really good, relatively great. He's the 2nd best team so far on damage bossing. We're seeing different with Overlord Bison. They're competing who's better. So whatever you built, you can use them. If you have Overlord Bison but not Visconti Vega, use him instead of Visconti Vega, also works. Now the 3rd team, which is with Dulcim, I will keep it at ×1 because you need to focus here. Right off the start of the battle, whenever my Fashion Blanca wanna hit, I start with him and wait a little bit to have 5 stacks on Dawson, then I use the C1, and now he's accumulating stacks. I use my EX move, but make sure not to use it while Summer Yang on the field or he will take it. And I wait until I use my skills by the end, so Dawson will accumulate stacks. And then 15 stacks with Dawson, I start with him. C1 with Fashion Blanca, I wait a little bit, use the C2 of Summer Yang. As you see, it's so slow because I'm using it by the end. And then the C3 from Dawson. We take a little bit of damage, and now I'm gonna start with Fashion Blanca. before Dawson steps off his feet so he can take the 25 stacks. Then I use his C1 and I wait as much as possible to use the C2 of Summer Yang before it fades away. Then the same way I wait for the C3 of Bison and I use it by the end, and he will help me deal a little bit of damage. And then I start with Dalsim, Summer Yang, and Fashion Blanca. I drop the EX move because it will remove the shields immediately, and then the C3 of Dalsim, and I use it again fast, and I give him a little bit of time before I use his C3 just to not take damage. I use the EX move of the Ninja Turtles, but I messed it up a little bit, so I used it by the end of the fight. I start with Bison here, and I use the C1 of Summer Yang just to heal me a little bit so Summer Yang could survive when I use the EX. And I used it by the end, so Summer Yang should die after Bison and Bison should explode, but the time was over and it didn't help. Which is a good strategic way, but hey, when you want to use the Pizza EX move of the Ninja Turtles, use it perfectly. You have 2 seconds of a time frame to use it and deal damage. And the last team, I will show it really quick. It's Akuma, Psychodan, Akuma, then Chun-Li, and that's all for it. I, of course, wait until I have 3 combo meters because I want to deal damage for until the end of the fight. And of course, the EX moves, I drop them strategically. So I drop the EX move of Rich Honda at the start of the second rotation. And whenever the shield is up again one more time, I use the Tanuki Whirl because it gives 5 or 6 hits on the shield, which will allow me to improve my attack, plus remove the shield from the boss. So here we go, we're dealing so much damage, and as you see, it's super quick with Akumas that you almost can't see anything. So let's do it at time as well. As you see, I drop the Tanuki while the shield is up, so it will help me remove the shield immediately, and the damage numbers are showing again. So this is how I use it with Akuma. If you don't have Akuma, of course, play any kind of characters that you have. And the EX move from the Crazy Potato helped me a little bit to survive with Chun-Li, so she did a little bit of damage and gave us combo meter. You can use Seth here. Many people ask me, is Seth working here? I tried it on a different account. Similar result I get to this lineup. Almost 5 billion, 4.5 billion, something like that. So Seth works with his super and his C2, as well as just like Akuma. We dropped the top 11. I'll try a little bit later. As you see, I'm just not trying my best. This is my 3rd fight, which I did, and I'll be doing better. But it doesn't matter for me since we have SIN and SIN. We all on the top brackets. Yeah, as you see, so we don't need anybody anymore. But in the future, if you want somebody from your guild, if you're the guild leader or the one that's dealing the highest damage, these are the consistent teams. And as I told you, if you don't have another unit to use a C2 and you want a C2 user, if you have 6 out of 6 cards on your Zangief, he will help you and allow you not to take damage and remove the passives of the boss, so you can continue with your team and deal as much damage as possible. And yeah, that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat.